to tell you something. You know, going into the next couple of days, we're probably going to get obviously the chopping of the price happening, which, like I told you, I didn't give a shit about it. But let me explain why. I talked about the fact that they have to buy back, yada, yada, yada. You guys know all that. But look at it from the standpoint of like negotiations. You guys ever try to put something out there and the other side comes out and tells you a price, a number that you feel is way too low? Like it's almost insulting. But then you stop yourself and you say, what the fuck am I getting insulted for? I would never sell my, let's say my house, my car, whatever for that price. Or do this business deal at that price. Or sell my business at this price. Or sell my idea at that price. Why am I getting a fucking insult? Go fuck your mother. Talk to me when you have a better number. That's the mindset you motherfuckers gotta have. Because if you're not gonna sell at the low price, the fuck does it matter if they put it at the low price? Change your mind from the line and pretend that every time you look at the number, that side is saying, I'll give you 12. I'll give you $12 a share. I'll give you 11. I'll give you 8. And you're like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm sorry. I know the worth of these motherfuckers. Fuck you. I'll see you when you're fucking coughing up blood. Change what you're feeling about the price. Because on that other side, that's what that number is saying. Remember I said to you guys a long time ago when I first came out, that's not the real price. They know the real price of this shit.
Oh yeah, they know the real price. And that is why I found this very, very interesting. So much interesting that I think this message needs to be heard by pretty much everybody owning and holding AMC now. Why? Folks, when you know the value of an asset, I don't care what it is, your car, your house, I don't care if it's your watch, your phone, laptop, jewelry, whatever. If someone is willing to buy that from you at a price which is not matching the real value of that asset, there's no point selling. And that's why he mentioned that this is really critical. I believe it's going to be even more critical as we get into some of these low prices. Maybe we get back to $5. I don't know. I wasn't that confident that we will be sitting now in May 11th at $10 a piece with AMC. Who? Was it possible? Yes, but how realistic was it? But here we are, right? So people have to kind of prep for what is coming. And it doesn't change the fact that the real price of AMC is not changing because the bottom line, all right? The bottom line which makes this place still very much alive is the fact that the short sellers are still very active, which means they haven't covered yet. But there is so many things out there pointing to the fact that they cannot continue to do this anymore, that it makes sense to switch the view, as Lou mentioned, to switch the way we see things. Because if we don't, we're going to keep consistently in this kind of watching the line on a minute by minute basis, and it plays with your mind, and when it plays with your mind, you get emotional and you tend to forget the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is they need to buy back our shares because they made a bet and the bet didn't go through. And the more time is to go, the more the bet is getting bigger on their loss, on their side. All right. So when you switch your mind to, okay, they want to buy at 10. Well, it is not worth 10. They want to buy at 8. Dude, I already told you, man, this is not worth 8. So when you do have 2 zeros attached to it, 100 or maybe 8,000, then we can talk business. That's the way. So I found it very interesting, and I wanted to share this with you guys because the whole market is now in a trash, and AMC is part of the market as well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see even lower numbers, but it doesn't change, as I mentioned earlier, the fact that the real value is still not seen, and maybe that's why those kind of scrapping everything they have in the tank left in order to give the impression that it's over, but it's really them prepping for this to be Armageddon. So let's see how it goes.